Hey guys, Justice Egan here. I want to take a minute and thank you so much for stopping by to check out this video. If you like the call and the training you hear here today, make sure to connect with me on social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll see a button popping up over the video right about now. And make sure to grab my 5-day free video marketing training at www.mastermarketersuniversity.com. I'll leave a link below the video. Enjoy the training.
He transfers that to you. It's very cool. Mr. Justice Egan. Good morning, Justice.
Good morning, Dean. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. Well, I am excited as usual to be on this morning's My Lead System Pro wake-up call. I heard someone else say they're on their second wake-up call today. Me too. So, we're certainly awake, and if you're not awake yet, you'll be awake by the end of this call, right? Awesome.
That's exactly right.
Excellent. Well, guys, let's jump right into it. Thank you as always to Dean. So glad that you're feeling better, buddy, and so thankful for what you bring to this community. Dean and Mary are just such wonderful contributors to our community. Guys, if you're new to MLSP, this is an incredible resource. You should take advantage of it as often as you can. If you're new, definitely get on into the Facebook group. Introduce yourself. Let us know that you're new to the community. This is such a great group of people out there, really with their hand extended to you, ready to help you succeed. If it's your first day, don't worry, because it was my first day once too. And if you just commit to what this community teaches you, you can make magical things happen in your business. And there's a bunch of people outside of myself that are living proof. So today, we're going to talk about some basics that it takes to succeed in home business. As basic as these things are, sometimes people are missing them, but that's okay, because we're gonna open your eyes to these things today, and you can take a good solid look in the mirror, evaluate where you're at, and decide if you have what it takes, if you've got everything in place, and if you don't, a couple simple adjustments will get you where you need to go. One of the things that you need to make happen is you need to make a commitment, okay, guys? And when I talk about commitment, I'm talking about a decision. One of the most important things I ever did was really draw that line in the sand. I made that decision that there was no turning back. And when I talk to people all the time on the phone, when I talk to prospects, you always get that sense that there's a plan B. Okay, that people are kind of testing the waters, they're dipping their toe in, they're seeing. This is not a lukewarm kind of thing, guys. Okay, they're seeing if home business works. Now, what I would encourage you to do is take a look around. Take a look around at people that have what you want. And if they've gotten it through home business, you know it works. So what's the next step? You've got to decide, okay, that you are going to make it happen. You've got to decide that you're going to draw a line in the sand, that there's no turning back, and you've got to make a commitment to the consistent activity, to the behaviors that are going to lead you to success. One of my favorite quotes about commitment is doing what you said you were going to do long after the feeling you had when you said it has left you. Why? Because we see it all the time. Okay, here's the cold hard facts, guys. And this is the unfortunate truth. A majority of people that are on this call right now will not be on this call 6 months from now. Now, I know that sounds negative, but it's not. It's a positive for those of you who are ready to make that mindset shift. You need to understand, okay, that this is an all-in kind of thing. You've got to make the decision. You've got to make the decision that's you're going to make it happen. Now, you can be a part-time network marketer or online marketer. That's okay. Doesn't mean everybody has to want to quit their job or make $1 million. But whatever it is that you want, it's got to be, I'm going to get it. Okay? You've got to speak in the affirmative. You've got to make declarations. This is going to happen. This is what I'm doing. A lot of us just go into partial business building mode. I remember when I first got started, I didn't even tell everybody around me that I was building a business. That's how not all in I was. Okay? It wasn't until the day when I turned down a really incredible job for the sake of building a home business that I hadn't made any money in yet, and I had struggled with for 6 months. The day I turned down that job was the day I went all in, was the day I made the commitment. It was the day that every day, every minute that I had that would be considered a free minute, every minute I had was dedicated to doing the activities that would allow me, that would help me follow through on the commitment I made to myself and the commitment I made to the people around me, because I wasn't hiding it anymore. Guys, if I asked you the question, hey, what's your plan B if this doesn't work out, and you have an answer, there's something wrong. There is no if this doesn't work out. And until you get yourself in that place, you're not setting yourself up for success. But that's okay. Because all it is one simple decision. You can get yourself in that place right between your ears. Right now, right after this call. You can make that decision. There's people on this call. I know a lot of people on this call. There's people on this call that have made that decision. There's people on here that are new that have made that decision. There's people on here that have been in this industry for a couple of years, not gotten the results they're looking for. But man, they haven't stopped one bit. They're still in this. They're still gonna make it happen. You got to get to that place. This is not a we'll see where I'm at in 3 months kind of thing. You know, a lot of times people ask me, how long is this going to take? See, well, is this what you really want? Well, yes, it is. Okay, why does it matter? Guys, draw that line in the sand today if you haven't already. It's a major, major part of you succeeding in home business. Another major part, and this is initially, is sacrifice. Now, you know, I talked about this in a coaching program that I'm doing with a group of people, and one of the points I really wanted to make was that I don't want anybody associating success with not having the things that you want to have. Okay, there's a fine line here. Success should be should be having the things you want to have. But sometimes, or all the time, when we want something new in our life, we've got to do something new. We've got to be something new. When we want something better, we've got to do something better. We've got to be something better. Okay? The sacrifices you need to make are the sacrifices that aren't serving the vision you have for your future, that aren't serving the life that you want to design for yourself, that aren't serving success in your business, a better life for your family. Those are the sacrifices you need to make. So what might they be? Is it time in front of the television, watching shows that aren't helping your future? Is it extra sleep? I mean, I've told a lot of people, you know, how much I used to struggle getting up in the morning. Is it bad habits? Is it bad eating habits? Is it that stop at Dunkin' Donuts in the morning? What is it that you're willing to part with that isn't congruent with the type of behavior that's going to lead you to the future you want? Because if you will not change your behavior, your results will not change. So the sacrifices you need to make, okay, are sacrifices that aren't serving the outcome you're looking for. I encourage you to find them and make them. I continue to make them. We all do, guys. We find things in our lives that are not serving the direction, the outcome that we're looking for. We'll have to cut them out. We've got to make the changes. Okay? Now, a lot of times when we're getting started, maybe we got to change some of the things we like. That's okay. Maybe they're not serving the outcome we're looking for. Maybe they're not serving our future. Maybe the things we like or we think we like that are giving us instant gratification are the very reason why we don't have the results we want. You know what I like, guys? I like results. I like growth. I like being better. I like the feeling of accomplishment. I assure you, you like it too. There really aren't a lot of better feelings out there. So, you know, you have to be prepared to make sacrifices. One of the major sacrifices I made when I got started was my television. Shut it off. Still not on today. If you came to my house right now, we couldn't watch TV. We'd have to plug in Netflix or something. That's okay. Why? Because, you know, I just didn't see it at a certain point. I didn't see it as something that was helping me get where I wanted to get. I saw it as something that was keeping me from where I wanted to get. I saw it as an expense. Now it's become a habit to not have it. Doesn't mean I won't turn it back on. Spending habits, guys. How many people out there I don't have money to spend in my business. There is always fat to trim, guys. We've got to identify the habits that aren't serving our long-term future here. We've got to make sacrifices, regardless of the level of enjoyment we got. Or a lot of times, guys, we're just doing this stuff unconsciously. We just move through our day. We just show up at Dunkin' Donuts for the heck of it. Okay? We sleep in for an extra 20 minutes for the heck of it. We turn on Sports Center for the heck of it. We got to be willing to cut this stuff out, guys, because we've got to start treating our business like a business. The moment you make that commitment, you have no choice, because otherwise you're just extending the amount of time it's going to take you to break through. And what it all comes down to, and I love these topics. I mean, this is stuff we've been talking about in this coaching program, but is personal responsibility. Are you owning it? Are you owning the outcome? If it's to be, it's up to me, guys. Okay, most liberating day of my life, best day ever in my life was the day I realized that I was responsible for where I was. And I was in a pretty terrible place. But I'll tell you what, it felt good. It felt good to say, you know what, I'm here because of me. Now, I can't tell you how many people are going to stop and they're not going to do this month what they were supposed to do, what they wanted to do in their business. And then they're going to give themselves a bunch of reasons why. Okay, bunch of reasons why it didn't happen. It didn't happen because of this. Guys, I'm guilty too. I am guilty too. We all are. I'm going to tell you something. If the reason why you didn't make it happen more than on a single day, okay, because life happens, guys. Let's be real. Okay, a lot of times we give it too much credit, we give it too much strength, we let it control too much. But life does happen. But if at the end of a few days, a week, a month, you haven't accomplished what you want to accomplish, you haven't done the things you want to do, and you have a reason and it's not you, you're not taking personal responsibility. Guys, you have to understand something. You are where you are because of a series of choices that you've made up to this point. Your level of happiness, okay, is a correlation to the way you've responded to circumstances, to how grateful you are, to the way you control your thoughts. I know that's a tough pill to swallow for some people. Doesn't mean I'm happy all the time, guys. It just means when I'm not happy, I look right in that mirror. That's the first place to look, guys. 100% personal responsibility for the outcome of this stuff. I hope this is sinking in, guys. You got to make a commitment. You have to decide this is where you're going. That part-time, full-time doesn't matter. What is it you want to accomplish? A lot of times, guys, I ask people what they want to accomplish. The answer is, I want to make sure the bills are paid. Guys, that's just, everybody out there wants the bills to be paid. What makes you different? What makes you successful? What makes you the person that's going to break through in this industry? It's a commitment. It's a commitment to something big. It's drawing a line in the sand saying, this is where I'm going. I'm getting there regardless. I don't care how many people tell me no. I don't care what people think. What am I going to give up? What am I going to change about myself? What am I willing to change to get something different? To accomplish something different? What will I sacrifice? What bad habits am I willing to let go of? What limiting beliefs am I willing to let go of? What sacrifices can I make? And from this day forward, anytime the results are not what I want them to be, anytime the outcome isn't what I expected, anytime I haven't accomplished what I set out to accomplish in a day, in a week, in a month, even if that's just activities, which really is the foundation of it all, guys. If I haven't accomplished, if I haven't completed the things I set out to do, it's on me. It's not the circumstances. I can't tell you guys how many times when I was in my job and I had set a date to quit on January 1st and I didn't make that date, and it's okay, I quit a couple months later. But there would be times I'd say, man, I'm burning the candles at both ends here, and I think to myself, and I my thoughts would start to get the better of me. And I'd sit there and I'd say to somebody, I really, this is where I wanted to be, and it looks like I'm not going to be there for another month. And you know what? The first thing the people around me would say, well, it's okay, Justice. You're working so hard. Sometimes there are things that are out of your control. You can't beat yourself up. Okay? They'd coddle me. And I'd have to stop and say, you know what? No, I could have done more yesterday. No, I could have done more last week. Now, that's in the past. I'm not going to dwell on it. But I know I can do more this upcoming week. I know what I can accomplish. I know it's on me. Maybe I didn't sacrifice enough. Maybe I held on to some of those old bad habits. Maybe I wanted, that instant gratification. Maybe I went out an extra time to eat, and that's why money's tight. Okay? Maybe I slept in, and that's why my time is tight. Maybe I just wasn't that committed this week, guys. I'd have to identify those things, and I'd have to make changes. Guys, if you are not where you want to be, it's time to step up. Plain and simple. There's no other choice. The answers are not going to be on, some strategy, some info product, some webinar, some call. You may get the aha moment, okay? You may get the information you need, and I hope some of you got that here today. The answer is with you. Only you can change this stuff. Only you can create the results. Only you can do the activities. Only you can make the sacrifices. Only you can make a decision today that you're going to make it happen. Guys, make that decision. Step up. Make it happen. I guarantee you every single person on this call is more than capable of having the life you want. Go out there and get it. I'll see you guys in the Facebook group.